Get ready for chaos, folks. It's Pigz versus TANKTOM again in this Beyond All Reason clash, where Pigz units may not live long enough to send a postcard. Meanwhile, TANKTOM might have a solid game plan if he can just stick to it. I'm Twig, joined by Pradith with his keen eye for strategy, and Bruticus, who'll be adding his colourful take on the action. Let's dive in.
In the top left corner, TANKTOM is going with a vehicles start. This is a symmetrical map with a focus on a single battle line across the middle point with high ground on either side. We'll see whether this allows both players to expand nicely in the background, or whether one player manages to push harassing units across and prevent the other from getting their eco going. Pigz also starting with an eco start, energy stalling enough to build an extra wind before the completion of the bot lab. We'll see if that slows him down enough to stop him from getting those bots across the map.
Pig though started off on the 3 max position, while Tom started off on the 2, with the third max being a further distance, so see if Pigz will take advantage and get that third max quickly. Also those geos juicy, I'd love to see those grabbed early, and I'd love to see res bots out by both players early.
Build Q by Pigz indicates a 10 grunt rush, but doesn't have the energy for that, so he might want to change up his tactics now.
Yeah, definitely needs a res bot, I'd say. Like all those trees in the back, nice and safe. The res bot could sit there and eat for a few minutes and pay for itself in no time. Tom's already getting his res bot out, so 85% done. So it shouldn't be too long, and he'll be getting that energy boost. And he's also going to be able to use it because he's building his construction turret now, which takes a lot of energy early on.
Unfortunately, no build queue on the constructor for Pigz.
But Pigz is heading out. He's already up on the bridge. So he's got his first choke locked down. He's going into double solar. Tom's getting a second. No, that's a grunt. My mistake.
As good as those double solars are, they don't quite compare to the energy income of a single res bot grave robber. Pulling in 58, it's the equivalent of 3 at the cost of half of 1. Pigz needs to make use of these units before Tom's makes it to the front line. Otherwise, it's just going to have been an early aggression, early units into no aggression, which will give TANKTOM the eco advantage. Definitely some mismanagement on the waypoints. Build queue coming up, we can see that TANKTOM has noticed the high water, or the high tidal speed, and is looking to try and sneak in some tidal generators with his comm.
Pigz though is doing a good job. He's expanding out his metal production. He's on to the next set of maxes. He's definitely got the unit advantage to lock that choke down. All he needs to do now is push out once those fresh spawns get to the line, and have a look at what Tom's got going on. And if he realizes that that's all that Tom's got, he could win this game right now by destroying Tom's eco and then just growing or going for the kill even.
Even if TANKTOM spits out units from this point onwards, they'll be coming in ones, but Pigz is not keen to take the engagement with a 9-3 advantage.
And he's turned around. I don't know why he pulls back like that when he only sees a few. Go in, kill him, get it done. Even if you don't push on further, at least you've killed the few grunts.
And Tom now coming in from the side, trying to get an engagement down the line. Risky move, but with the extra pawns coming in, we'll see what happens.
Unfortunately, Pigz bunched his up into a ball. He needs to keep him in a line.
Takes away the DPS from the units in the back line. Though even with that, he's still had a very good trade.
Once again, Pigz has got the advantage, but then just being too nervous with committing to that advantage and pushing forward. See, maybe he's actually going to do it. Yes, he is.
He had triple the units, but now he's pushing across with only 3, which even the stream coming out from TANKTOM will be enough to deal with. Let's hope that he can take down those grave robbers and stop his energy production at least. Unfortunately, going for the units. So
grave
no advantage from that early push.
Need to go. It's only 366 metal on that front, but that's still a lot at this stage of the game.
Yep, that is another for both players. That could be another 10 pawns or grunts, or very close to. But TANKTOM has the resbots in the commanding position. He's not going for a res, he's going for the metal, and I agree, considering that he is metal stalled and has been very efficiently using his metal.
And the other thing too, smart move by TANKTOM, he's going for the harder to secure res field, then he can go back and get the ones that are behind his line. So he's getting the harder metal to get first while he can. So yeah, good advantage there.
Yep.
Once again, Tom identifying that there's a decent tidal and hiding our tidal farm in the water. He's also got 12 wins. Pig's still only on the 6, and he's going for a few solars, and they're 155 metal a pop. So just draining that economy of potential units by going the solar instead of a wind, when the wind risk is actually quite low at just 11.8%.
The other thing too
is throwing away some units in the middle.
Unfortunately, Pigz has 2 resbots on the front. There's metal there to be claimed, and there's trees to be reclaimed, and they're sitting there idle, unfortunately.
One Pigz going for the trees now. TANKTOM overcommitting to energy. You can see that he is massively exceeding his capacity, and he's trying to counter that with additional build power. However, the build power is not as helpful when you're metal starved. So I'd like to see Tom transition into some converters potentially, or just some units to push across the front line, and know that Pigz is going to be doing the same thing as he is with unprotected metals. Get even just a couple of units across and you'll be able to scrap the entire metal income of either player.
Yep.
Tom started his geo, well, Pigz is well on the way into his. Pigz is at 35% on his geo, while Tom's only on 7.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting who finishes first.
It's a long waddle up there. I don't disagree with Tom getting all of his mexes built beforehand and just using that same builder. Fairly protected point, so... And with the tidal, Tom doesn't even need the geo. It's probably a waste of metal at this point. Could come into play later, but if this game isn't over during T1, I would be shocked.
As you can see, running your pawns ahead or your grunts ahead of your rocketeers or aggravators means that they can get hit in the back of the head by those units.
Yep, once those rockets are fired, they're on an unchanging trajectory, so any movement by the pawns will allow them to be hit by those rockets.
Pig's picking for res instead of reclaim. I'd like to see the reclaim. He's built a second construction turret when he doesn't quite have the eco to use that second construction turret. Probably would like to see the metal in the bank.
Tom's 4. Oh, and Tom is looking to do a T2 transition, so I'm just going to be eating my words all game. I don't like this out of Tom. That is a huge metal investment for only 27 income.
I think maybe he's used to Pigz not fully committing to a push, and he's hoping that that's the case this game as well. So he's relying on that lack of aggression past that halfway mark.
Mm-hmm. And Tom is continuing to build units at the same time, so it's looking like a 3-minute build on that T2 factory. All Pigz has to do is stand his Rocketeers on the edge of their range and blink away at Tom's army, and with the metal invested into the T2 lab, Tom will have a very tough time defending this attack.
I'm liking what Pigz is doing here. He's seen there's a bunch of grunts on that front line. He's taken the Rocketeers forward rather than the grunts this time.
Yep, he's also getting a radar up, so he should be able to get some good vision on what TANKTOM has.
There we go.
Now that it's up, I want to see him going straight in. He's also now aware of all of the units in the water, so Pig's smartly building some LLTs, though he doesn't realize that they are those are energy production as compared to units. I think he's going to overreact to that, and that might cost him too much metal.
I would have loved to have seen a torpedo launcher in that water.
Yeah, I was about to say, looking at the player view, one torpedo unit launcher, we might see a chain reaction.
Yep.
There's a push on the front line as well. The Pigz pawn front has died, and now it's left to the Rocketeers, although it's only 3 thugs, so I'd just keep pushing until it.
Yep. I hope that Pigz takes this opportunity to push through and beat TANKTOM. TANKTOM tends to go for those risky plays with low unit fronts. but he is scared of 2 thugs.
It
And
hurts
that
to
will allow
watch.
Tom to get his T2 up. Pigz, looking back at his base, he's starting solar, which if you look at his energy income, I don't see that as a good move. He's already capped out. He needs conversion instead of production.
Pig's just not pushing. A change of heart this week in Pig's games. He's extremely aggressive usually on those frontline games, but now he's gone into quite a reserved frontline usually. Maybe
Falling
he
back
can...
into some old patterns, I'd say.
Hopefully he didn't get nerded over the weekend. It'd be horrible.
Now, something I'm hoping that he does. Nope, he's going for walls. I was really hoping he'd walk his comm in to see the energy. All he'd have to do is get close, and the commander could take that entire energy bank. He knows Tom is a classic for going with that water start. Fiends coming on in. If they get in range of the Rocketeers, those Rocketeers are essentially done for. Yep. And there goes Pigz's T1 advantage. Up in flames, one might say.
Yeah, he's definitely cooked.
I might have to start calling him Bacon.
Oh, bit of pork belly.
Yep. TANKTOM leaving his 3 res bots. Oh no, they are now activating. He's going to get a huge amount of reclaim. Pigz's entire army is going to turn into T2 units, and I see Tom potentially pushing across and winning with a large assault of fiends. They're pushing them in one at a time right now. I don't like that.
Pigz could send his commander forward and just degun them as they come in, if they're coming in one at a time.
Yep. TANKTOM could take would definitely gain an advantage just by taking 20 seconds to let a few of these group up. But in the end, I don't think it's going to matter. T2 Fiends versus T1 is almost a foregone conclusion. Pigz panicking and building res bots. Definitely not what he needs right now. His best chance of defending this is Centurions.
He does have a small chance right now if you look at his commander. If he builds that torpedo launcher and manages to do some damage to Tom's commander, that is the way to win.
Yep. Yeah. Box him in with torpedo launchers and then self-detonate and kill both comms. Go for the draw. That's what I want to see.
I don't believe that works. 1 versus 1, you will die first if you self-detonate.
Oh, the comms are about to meet.
Oh no. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no, and Pigz took the time to shoot at the titles instead of the thing. Although now Pigz is hitting the comm while Tom builds the torpedo launcher.
All he has to do is keep Tom's comm between him and the torpedo launcher. Oh, is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be Pigz's first win? No,
he's out of range.
Oh.
Once again. Oh, that is so upsetting.
That was so close.
Oh, Pigz.
All he had to do was commit to it.
Oh no. Let's drag him back into the channel. Pigz, what's happened to you this week? You're playing so defensively.
That game was yours to win.
You literally just had that commander. If you just kept focusing his commander, kept the torpedo launcher between Tom's commander and yours, you would have won. You would have got another 3 or 4 shots, and you would have killed his comm.
You only needed 3 more shots to win. 3 more laser shots. Instead of running away from his commander, you should have gone towards it.
Commanding position on the front line.
Your commander to rock up there.
Commanding position on the front line as well, Pigz. I want to see more aggression out of you next game. When you win that front, push through no matter what, and you'll get the win, I promise you.
Yeah. Every game, unfortunately, you're just being a little pansy these days, mate.
You're letting TANKTOM play his game. You gotta stop him from playing his game and make him play yours. You are right on the cusp, mate. We all want to see it.
All right, tell you what, next game.
I quite enjoyed that one.
Fuck.
See, I have played that one, so I know a lot about that map. I thought if I can get, even though Twig he put something in there, I knew the map, so I knew if I can get to the bridge, that's fine.
Yeah, you got to and held the bridge. convincingly because I wasn't getting through there.
One thing you've been continuously doing for the last 3 games, Pigs, is you're winning these little battles, and then as soon as you see one of Tom's units, like literally one, there was one that where you were, I think, 9 grunts,
Nine
sorry,
to
9
three.
9 pawns
Nine
to
to
3.
three.
You saw his units and you ran away. It's like you cannot lose that battle.
No. I think what you forget is I pressed 1, and what you probably because I moved something else, it moved them back with it, and I obviously, you know what I mean, like you're obviously with your alts and your thingies.
Yeah, we can see your cursor though. There was sighting of it over the thing.
Well, I don't know.
You just got to keep pushing. If you win a battle, just keep winning the battles. Don't fall back to your base. If you've got a bigger army, which every single game you have had a bigger army. Every single game.
Think of it this way: if you're pushing him back, the more land you own, the less he owns, and less mexes and resources he controls.
And the one other thing is that commander finally scouted that field in the water. You went and spent a bunch on walls and a bunch on LLTs just because you could see
hovers or something.
Yeah, you got to scout that then. You need to send your commander, just dip him in the water and then run away. Get the radar on the edge of the water there so you can get a little bit more sight, a little bit more vision. As soon as you saw that was eco, you went straight for it.
I was panicking from one previous map that we played.
We all know the one.
So I was thinking, you know what I mean? That's the thing, you see. You just don't. I was thinking, if he sat them there and waiting, because obviously I know, like I said, I played this. It's a scenario map. So the only way, if you can either get through the center of the bridge, which you guys rightly said, I stopped. So the only alternative there, well, another alternative, you could have gone into air, and that would have been it. I'd have been over again. Or there's them 2 flanking. And when I saw that, I instantly thought, well, the only thing he's going to be, I bet the bugger's going to go hovers again. I bet, and that's what frightened me. So I thought, I'm going to do that. At least that's either going to push him back a little bit, because hovers are not very powerful, but they're powerful enough when you've got enough of them. You know, and then obviously I had something on the other to see what he was doing on the other side. So it was like that, but...
And well, that's something you could have probably done is if he was building hovers, right, you know that's the most expensive lab you can build, then the maths in your head is, right, okay, he's building hovers. That means he's not building units. Does that not mean that you should then push his units if he's building hovers? If that's your thought process?
Jumping over to you, Tom. That T2 transition, yep, it definitely helped you win the middle, but you put yourself at a lot of risk there. Pigs could have pushed through your front line, and you had nothing for about 5 minutes. What was your thinking behind that T2 lab? Because that's not what I would have gone.
Hope and a prayer was basically. I was like, I could do an air transition, but I don't know whether that's quite going to work out. So I was like, oh, there's some reclaim on the front. He hasn't pushed
300
me yet.
metal maybe on the front, maybe 270 I saw.
It worked out, but one day, living on a hope and a prayer, Pigz is going to decide to attack you. One of these 6 games he could have, and you'd have lost.
Yeah, my commander was very close at the end.
I think he knows me slightly too well. That's the problem. I need to make that a bit less obvious. That's what he was playing on, me not pushing.
As soon as you commit to pushing and don't stop, it's going to be utterly terrifying.
Yep, control the state of the game, Pigs. You can if you control the state of the game and stop Tom from doing it, you will win every single game.
And one last thing with the with the commander engagement at the end, just so everyone that watching know, if you're 1 versus 1 with another commander, if you do the first bit of damage, I guarantee you'll do the last bit of damage as well. If there's nothing else hurting your commanders and it's just a commander versus a commander, you will out DPS the other, or out damage the other commander if you get that first shot down. So yeah, now on that note, please like, subscribe.
Is reclaiming faster than building?
I would not be reclaiming.
The reason why is I could have done it another way, where I tried to reclaim his torpedo launcher. If I could that means he wouldn't have had nothing, would he? Would that have worked? I don't know.
I
That's
don't
a
know.
good question.
Be interesting
Never-
to see.
Never tried that, but I would have just committed to the kill. The time it takes to build a
Yeah,
torpedo
probably.
language.
Well, let's be you wouldn't have been in that position anyway, but that's a different story.
You can pop up an LLT faster than your commander's going to die, but the time it takes to build the torpedo launch is a little bit longer, so you're probably going to manage to do the damage if he doesn't put one down like immediately. So everyone please like, subscribe, and maybe we'll see Pigz win in one in the near future, and also drop some replays down into the Discord. You can see a link to the Discord in the video description below.
Bye for now.
Catch you next time.